Hey guys, ArchieLuxury here on the Archie Luxury live stream. How are you guys today? Guys, what can I say today? I'm in the bedroom. I'm in the hotel bedroom, but I can go down to the lobby or the garden. We can do all that shit if I get some guests and panelists on, and we can work out a few things. What can I say, guys? It's been a great little vacation away, having some look. I gotta be honest with. Oh, we've got Nick Miller joining us. Nick is on the stream. What's crazy Nick up to? Hey Nick, how are you, man?
I'm just going crazy in the streets, partner. I'm just going crazy in the streets.
Crazy. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, buddy. No, not much. I'm just taking a break and here to help you out.
Hey, thank you so much there, Nick. Nick, I got to tell you something. One thing I found with all these watches, I want to say this to you.
Yep.
Most of the showrooms, whether you're in Bangkok, Kuala fucking Lumpur, whether you're in Saigon, Sydney, Melbourne, you're in Brisbane, the showrooms, they'll all look the same.
You know what I think it is? There's a culture of people who are inclined culturally to buy into it. Like in Europe, it's now pretentious. It's elitist. East Asians love that shit. You know, Southeast Asians as well. And Australians like that too, you know? So that pretentious kind of...
they're in I don't think Australia is. Most Australians aren't.
It's elitism. The luxury people, I don't mean most Australians. I mean the market in, like, you know, upper end Sydney that buys expensive watches.
These are expensive things.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. The elitist part of society. Yeah. So what I'm saying is there's a different culture of elitism in, like, the Midwest. You know, there's a lot of rich people in America, but there's different cultures. So you'd have to go all the way to, like, Russia to get European culture.
The other thing is, you go into some parts of America and they've got a $100,000 Julie in the driveway. That's a very expensive thing, don't you think? Is that elitism or not?
That's exactly what I mean.
Is there a Dodge Ram? You know, like a Dodge Ram. They're really expensive.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend. Actually, is a Longhorn Limited. That's the trim.
Wouldn't you? Well, wouldn't the Toyota Tundra be a better choice?
You know, it would if you're looking for a military vehicle, but just for pure luxury and feeling nice inside, I don't think you can beat that. Because the Longhorn edition, you get the brown interior. It's like buffalo brown and everything's fucking luxury. You get air suspension, you know? I'm just talking luxury. I'm not talking about a convenient real truck.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying there.
I would get a Toyota if I was going to get like a turret on the back, you know? Like ISIS.
No, but what I'm saying is, you know, the Tundras, that's a better vehicle than a Dodge ever is. The build quality. Hey, we got a first super chats are coming in fast and furious. We got one from Frank V, $2. Cufflinks and watch check. Yes. So I am wearing these cufflinks here. These are the British. These are Paul Smith cufflinks. And I'm wearing my Explorer 2. I've got a lot of shirts that have cuffs. I like cuffs, and this was sort of the pair of cufflinks that was on them. So that's the reason I'm wearing these. I only took one pair. Oh, we got a super chat here. Super chat from Sundust. $20. $20. Archie, what is your choice and why? I pick Patek. And why one Patek collection? 5226-6007G or a 5212A. You know what? I got to tell you something. Those are all great choices. Personally, bang per buck, Stardust, I would go for a 6006G. Okay, I think that is a very underrated watch. It's underrated. It's great. You pick that up on the secondary market very, very cheap. Well, actually, that's not a good word to use. It's not cheap. No, it's not. It's expensive, but it's a lot better bang per buck than the other ones you've mentioned there. The problem is a lot of those ones you've mentioned, they are really they're expensive. Okay, they're very expensive.
They're going to gouge you on the
Now let's have a look
6007G.
here. Let's have a look at which ones you're talking. Well, put it this way: the 5226. This is the Calatrava. It's got, I called it the bitumen. It's got that textured sort of dial there. It's a beautiful watch, but it's,
you know what that watch is based off of.
Okay. Then the next one is, what's that?
That watch 5226. It's a field watch configuration. Do you know
the problem with this one here, the 6007, you've got the, I don't know. Yes, you're right. The problem with this watch here is you've got different colors. You've got the red, the yellow. You know, honestly, I tell you now, the smart money is 6006.
I completely agree.
That is a much nicer watch.
You have to understand
the 240 micro rotor movement. I think
there's
this would be that's the bargain. And there's the other thing is too, is the 5212. That's the weekly calendar. That is a great choice. The weekly calendar. Oops,
is that the one that Kelso has?
Made a mistake here.
That's the one that Kelso bought?
That is. No, he had this one. He had it. He sold it.
Got it.
And yes, Kelso did have this. He sold it.
Okay, so Pontiff, that one
okay.
Listen for a second.
You asked me the question. I would say, out of those three, let's just answer the question. Out of those three, I would go for the 5212. I think the weekly calendar, amazing concept. I love it. But personally, if I was buying one, I would go 6006. Sorry, Nick, speak, Nick.
Okay, so what happens is those watches have a special. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
Okay, sorry about that. I was fucking. Okay, good. All right, so those watches have a special thing you have to understand is Patek Philippe has a certain way of making its Arabic numeral font and a certain way of drawing like letters on the dial. So the weekly calendar, look at the font. It's like a handwritten kind of quirky, but you have to understand with the 6006, that was a watch that went like all in with the font of the watch. It was slightly narrower so they can fit all 31 numbers around the dial. And it kind of vertically, but the font itself is a very special thing. You'll never find that good of an Arabic numeral font in any brand. So the 6006, it has a history of a 34 millimeter variant precursor that was like a salmon dial rose gold variant, and it had Arabic numerals around the dial. But the 6006 went like a completely new direction. And then that is what influenced the 6007A, and then the 6007G and those other colors that they made after. So you have to look at the fonts. And when you do that, I wouldn't recommend the weekly calendar because it's like a handwritten one. Like, you want to be like Kelso? Come on.
That's such a cool watch. That is such a cool watch. Speaking of cool, we've got the world's greatest dog trainer jumping on. Hello there.
Hey, Bob, Nicholas, how are we today? Cheers, mates.
Cheers. I got to tell you, we got Sun Dust member for 55 months. That's fantastic. Arch, if the 6007G, what's your favorite color? See, I don't like that. I find it very gimmicky that they got a yellow, a red, and a Tiffany bluey color. Personally, I would go for the 6006. That's the bargain. Okay, that's the one I would be going for. Okay?
Can I just say, Sundust, a member for 55 months? It's like 4.5 years. Slow clap to Sundust.
Sundust, you got to be aware of the fact that the 6007G, the different colors, it's based on the 6007A. That's a 2020 Lake Geneva edition. It had a more masculine kind of blue-gray dial. Like, it was like not masculine. Really this. it wasn't really this colorful, sporty look that like seems to appeal to younger people. And so that's the watch you're getting. You're getting that watch. It appeals to people who are like wealthy in their early 40s, and they're trying to dress it up youthfully, and it just didn't work. No one wants those fucking colors, man. If you're gonna get one, get the red one. Red and black, it doesn't look gay. No offense, Mark.
Hey. Look, if this watch look gay, this is a manly. You know what? All of my
Actually, I'm just joking. I like the yellow. I was going to say.
I don't own any girly watches. I don't think.
I was going to say I like the yellow, Nick. I like the yellow.
That's a good one too. It's very sporty. It's like a Lamborghini.
They're all good colors. Look, to be honest with you, they're all good.
The red one is kind of like traditional. I'm trying to look at watchmaking for the history. Not like this yellow, blue, Tiffany. I don't know.
Marky, I started this show. One thing I've discovered traveling around and looking at shit.
Yes.
Is that doesn't matter what country you are on.
Mm-hmm.
You basically all the watches, the watch stores are the same
everywhere in the whole wide world. And at Rolex, they practice saying for exhibition only, sir, in English, French, German, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Tagalog, and Thai. Every Rolex salesman can say for exhibition only, sir, in like 12 different languages.
The funny thing is they've got even models that aren't wanted, they're exhibition only.
Mm.
We've got a super chat. One up trading $2. Arch, what kind of headphones? These are discount airline headphones.
Yeah, I was going to say you stole them from the Asia Airways.
There we go. Marky, what's going on with you?
Nothing special. I just discovered that gin is my drink of choice, and this is a gin and ginger. Who knew? I thought I invented it, but I looked it up and it said, yeah, no, it's a highball called Buck.
Oh, wow.
You know, to the guys who start fussing, that I'm an alcoholic. I think this is my first drink in like a week.
Nice. Don't listen to them, Mark.
I barely drink, but I do like a cocktail now and again to kind of like relax from the day. But yeah, the only place I really, drink more than just one a day would be Thailand. Thailand is bad for me.
Or on a cruise when you bought the booze pack.
Oh my God. Okay, you're right. The cruise, because I had the drink package. It was unlimited, so I averaged 6 a day on the cruise. But in my defense, I probably abandoned half of them halfway through.
Well, that's because you have the early part of the day to drink too. Usually you'll drink like 3 or 4 tops in the evening, right? And then 2 in the morning.
No, I never have 3 or 4 in an evening. I mean, if I'm out somewhere like amazing, maybe 2. But if I have 2, then Kitten has to drive home. I'll drive home on 1.
But your cocktails are like multiple units of official units of alcohol.
That is true, because they're composed of everything's alcoholic in a Negroni. There's no non-alcoholic mixer. It's all alcohol.
The standard unit is like a very small shot. It's the same as 355 milliliters of 5% alcohol beer. So that's the standard unit.
Miller time.
It's Miller time. Super chat, time, $2. It's Miller time.
I'm laughing at Corbin Colossus. Gin is Mark's rum of choice. Gin is in the gin tingler.
Miller. You know Miller the beer?
Yeah,
we are aware of that. Yeah.
Well, we drank that when we were, young and poor.
I thought Budweiser was your young and poor beer.
No,
Pabst.
There's cheaper PBR. Yeah, there's cheaper. Actually, I'm not a big fan of beer at all. And again, unless I'm in the tropics, and then it's strictly for hydration purposes. But I gotta say, I was hanging out with a guy who liked his Bud Light Lime, which came in a bottle made out of aluminum. And I got to say, it wasn't too awful.
Yeah, they're easy to drink, but they're like Coronas with lime. It's similar kind of shtick.
Yeah. I'll drink a Corona in Mexico, but I think they drink more Tres Equis there than even Corona. I don't know. I'm not a beer guy. I have a theory about beer. Okay, here's my theory, Nick. Work with me, not against me. I feel like if you are, and I'm going to make an exception on this only for microbrewery craft beers. Okay, but other than that, if you are drinking beer out of a bottle or a can, it leads to a bowling alley. You wind up on a bowling league, living in a trailer somewhere. Whereas if you drink wine, you wind up going to the opera, hobnobbing with the hoi polloi. You get invited to golf, and you wind up.
Did you know that at the Bilderberg Group meetings and like Davos and like the top level central banker meetings that no one can, central bankers only, they always just talk about wine in such a pretentious way that it shuts out everyone who's not like an ultra elitist, like an ultra.
Thank you.
They know everything about wines.
Point proven. Point proven. Beer leads to bowling alleys. Wine leads to you're invited to be a member of the Federal Reserve Central Bank.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Now you could choose. Listen, there are some people who really like their Thursday night.
You could be like Odysseus or like a Greek, like Achilles, from the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Well,
where's Narc, by the way? I miss Narc.
Got to watch your heel. Heel.
Now, I haven't had my coffee for the day, Marky, so I'm in my room. I was going to
go down.
Get
downstairs.
Get downstairs?
Yeah, you're going to have some coffee or you're going to be, you'll be no fun for the stream. Get down there.
Some coffee. Okay. So do you want to have a room tour?
Yeah, it'll take 10 seconds. By the way, show us the room coffee maker. No in-room coffee suite?
Oh, yeah, that was so cool. That
you didn't bring a 3-in-1 into the room with a hot pot?
Hey?
Is there a 3-in-1?
Okay, let's go and have a look, Marky. Here we go. So here we go. This is the
tea kettle.
Internet patchy. Where's my internet? Okay. So have a look at this. So this is the room here. We've got a little. That's a bit depressing. We've got a washing machine and dryer in the kitchen. Have you?
Yes,
got some chips.
That's okay. It's not a big deal. If you have studios have that usually.
I bought a few snacks for myself.
Did you?
I bought some.
Squid?
I've got a Heineken there. Speaking of a beer and some cola.
See, guys, Archie is living proof of what I'm talking about. Look at what is happening in his financial life, and he's got a can of beer in the fridge.
Okay, so I've got to put my pants on. I remember that before I go down.
That's a good thing.
This is my bed. I always make my bed in the morning. You know that? I always make your bed. Make your bed. I always make my bed in the morning.
You know what cans of beer lead? Cans of beer will lead you to living in a trailer park.
That's what I said.
If you get 6 packs from the store.
My shtick. Where's the tea kettle?
Well, let me look at the bathroom.
He can't hear us.
Yeah. I went swimming. With my swimmers.
Omar the tent maker.
It's got the toilet. We mentioned that.
Show us the bum
gun.
The bum gun. The bum gun. There she is. That is, guys, that is better than toilet paper. No smearing. That thing.
Well, you still use a bit of toilet paper to wipe.
You got to blot dry.
Blot, don't you?
Blot dry.
Okay, I'll just be 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute.
No smearing. So, guys, that thing that Archie
1 minute.
All right, hurry back, dear. I have that installed on most of the toilets in my house, Nick, because once you've been to XYZ country, you realize the toilet paper is just sort of smearing it around, whereas the bum gun is like a full cleansing experience. It vaporizes. The only thing is you got to be careful. If you're not careful, you can get penetrated, and it can aerosolize the fecal matter. But
what about the consistency, the constitution of the toilet paper? Is that so thin and so like Walmart level that that's why it does it?
You mean in that country? No.
Yeah.
Here's why they don't commonly use toilet paper. Number one, it kind of started out as a poor person thing, because in poor countries they don't waste money, on a consumable like that. So they discovered that soap and water was not only cheap and easily available, but was more hygienic. And once you have vaporized yourself down there and you realize the dingle balls have just been dissolved, you'll never go back. I hate traveling. Now,
no, it's true. I completely agree. But you could also use like a wet wipe or even saliva in a short. If you don't have wet wipes, you can use saliva instead of.
What if you have dry cotton mouth? You got to ask your friend for a little assistance. I don't think saliva. I don't feel like saliva. Is going to do it. I believe you need a.
No, you. I'm just being serious. Like you can use saliva.
No, I think that's tough. But
No, trust
let
me, you
just
could
say,
do
the
it.
bum gun is on another. Now there are things to learn about the bum gun. Okay, one of them is most of us most men, myself, and I'll put myself in this category. Most men are not very in touch with their anatomy. So honestly, if somebody told you blindfolded to touch your naughty place, you probably would have to like poke around to find it because we don't commonly go there on ourselves. So it can be a little mystifying to like get the location.
Yeah, I guess if you don't know your own anatomy, you're gonna get
It's
like
true.
aroused. You're gonna get aroused by the bum gun.
Well, they say most women cannot identify their own urethra. Go figure.
What?
Well, they don't watch themselves pee; they just do it.
Yeah, I can see that. That's really odd, but it does make sense.
By the way, I would say about most men can not only not locate the urethra, but like literally none of them know where the bean is. So honestly, it's about as mystifying as the female part. Ooh, here's Archie.
Okay,
Yeah, I
we're
guess that
going
makes
for a
sense.
walk. Let's go and get some coffee. Do you think we need coffee today?
Oh, yeah,
Coffee's for closers. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
So look here, I've got to be a bit quiet. It's 4 a.m. where I am.
Oh my God.
You know, one thing that's terrible is there's a smell of weed throughout most of most
Most of what? Most of what?
Most of Thailand?
I think you said most of the hallway. Oh, he has now. Mikey, it's not a bad idea to have a shower after you poop. It's not a bad idea at all. But sometimes it's
Jump
not
on, Mike.
convenient. It sort of is a shower, if you will, except for it is a highly focused shower.
If you're able to produce a copious amount of saliva, you can saturate if you have a good constitution of toilet paper, it's like a wet nap. It's like a wet nap.
But that involves smearing with wet naps. You're better off.
Well, first you're gonna go dry with the toilet paper and scoop,
not drying
right?
with the
You
toilet
scoop
paper.
a few times
You're
and then you go in.
You're smearing.
No, you don't smear. You use the pinch method.
Damn it. The pinch method. Tell us,
You concentrate the fecal matter with your pinch method.
I feel like you should turn on your camera right now. I want to see the expression on your face while you describe how you pinch the loaf.
After a while, you will get desensitized to touching fecal matter if you ever touch it directly.
I'm a dog trainer. I do nothing but pick up dog shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You'll just go with it.
But
human shit,
honest to God. You know what? I had a friend who had one of the larger poop removal services, yard cleaning services in Montreal, and he had like 4 or 5 trucks on the road, and all of them had in French and in English, "Your kid's poop." No, your dog's poop is my.
You have to have
soup.
a dual language in Canadian labels.
And his slogan was, "Your dog's poop is my kid's soup." Because
I could learn French. I have like such a strong. I know the verbs. I can like conjugate il, elle, all this bullshit. Ils ont, vous, whatever. But I know it all basically. I just don't want to. I just don't want to get fluent. I'm like, fuck that. Even though like FP Journe is such a person I respect. I'm like, if I could speak FP Journe,
Nikki, you already.
I kind of already know it. I really do.
After me, Vacheron et Constantin.
Vacheron et Constantin.
Aldimau Piguet.
Audimar Piguet.
Now notice how you have to like twist your mouth into uncomfortable position. This is why the French are all like mean.
A big part of every language is copying the accent. You're just copying an accent like in a caricature, stereotypical way, and you actually get it right after a while.
Oui, mon frère. Okay, super chatters. We will be getting to you.
Tan can speak French. Tan can speak decent French, I believe.
Well, he is a Canuck.
Because he's in Ottawa. It's like right on the border with the French-speaking Quebec area.
I see. I understand. So, kids, throw your super chats in, and Archie figures out how to get back onto his own. We'll read them. So, for those of you who are just joining him, here we go. Let's add him in. He's on his way back, kids. There we are.
Hey, I ordered the coffee.
Did you?
I also ordered a croissant.
Now, could you try not to eat the croissant in 3 bites today? Just go slow.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go slow. I promise you that I'll go slow. I noticed my clothes aren't fitting as good.
Could you maybe get some butter or jam or something to go with that?
Well, I don't like. I don't like condiments.
Butter is not a condiment. It's a topping.
Yeah, he's getting bloated.
All right, we got some super chats here. This one is up. It is from John. Super chat.
Oh, Johnson, thank you so much there. $2, Arch. I hate to ask, but have you ever had something? No, I haven't. Because I'm not much of a performer, if you know what I mean.
Wait. I'm filling in for an arc tonight. Wait. Have you never pulled out two different shoes, the ladies' shoes that you like at the same time?
It's a different thing.
That would qualify.
The original James Bond, he's based on the Serbian guy. He actually warned America about Pearl Harbor. Obviously, America already knew about it. But anyway, point is, his name was like Dusan Petricic. I forget what his name is, but that's the original James Bond, right? So it was based on that guy. He was also working for Britain, like MI6, and for the Americans.
Are you going to work your way around to Archie in the shoes? Because that's where we're.
So this guy always only had threesomes. He would hang out casinos and have all these women, and he would only have threesomes. It's kind of like Hugh Hefner. He was only good at group sex. But the thing is with group sex, if you actually have a girl that's like you're in a relationship or anything like that, they only want you to have concentration for them. It's like women will shun you if you have even a little bit of concentration for the other woman.
Well, that's why you need another guy. Archie, tell us, did you ever pull two shoes out at the same time, and does that count?
I got to tell you, no. I got to tell you something, Marky. You know what? I think realistically, I don't really like the concept of three. I don't like that idea. I think it's enough just because you're destroying the intimacy and the connection.
It can be a bit confusing. Let's put it that way. Okay, super chat.
Yeah, you got to line them up on top of each other, and
sometimes
go boom.
Black Cat 9975 bucks. SR Bell is the only person enjoying this current discussion. Yes. Let me ask you something, Marky. I want to ask you something.
Yes.
With all this fantastic things that are happening in the watch world, you got your new. Is there a Genesis version of the watch? Do they have like a
entry level? You're talking about like entry level pseudo.
But do they have any like co-branding? Like
I feel like I'm wearing entry level pseudo luxury Breitling. No, I'm sure they don't have any co-branding, and I don't know. Nobody even knows what a Genesis is. They've been around only five years, maybe.
Since Bulova is a good brand in the sense of like tradition, Hamilton's kind of like a modern, shittier, and like that same thing as Bulova is today. Breitling is the only a brand that's the American aesthetic. You got to value that American aesthetic.
The ball watch also. There's a couple of them.
And guys, I checked the number. It was B31. B31 is the Breitling I was referring to. The one with the light blue bezel. It's got the puffy bezel like a Tag Heuer. Like that one looks so like you'll see it, Mark, and it looks like it's kind of like a Greatest Generation casual 70s, 80s, 90s watch.
I love me a Breitling. That would have been in the Schneider era. Let's move along.
Breitling is an American
catch up.
Thank you. Super chat CB. Why is Goldberg always derailing? Thank you. Derailing watch talk.
Well, what the problem here is, CB, is, Archie said there wasn't a lot of watch talk, but if you put anything in the comments as a freebie...
It's okay. Don't worry.
If you put anything in the comments as a freebie, CB, watch-related that you'd like us to delve deeply into, we shall do so.
Well, he was interested to hear about Breitling, and him and Thomas Burnett are actually concerned with real watch information.
See there? Well, I like watches too. That's the whole
B31. It's the just pull up the Breitling website. B31. The ones with the puffy bezel. The B01 chronographs. Top time. Breitling top time. Breitling top time. Is the line I'm talking about.
The problem here is
top
guys
time.
like McLobster constantly suck me in. So it's just like Michael in The Godfather. Every time I think I'm out, they suck me back in. Super chat from McLobster.
Was that even The Godfather?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was parodied in The Sopranos.
Oh, I forget.
Still, but it originates with Michael and The
Sopranos,
Godfather.
yeah.
Super chat.
Here we go. We got Mac Lobster, $5. Mark, does the gay community have a term for perfectly executed turd leaving no trace.
Yes, we call it the
What's he
narc.
talking about?
We call it the narc.
There is a term for that. That's called the power poop. You don't even have to wipe.
See, Nick, you know more than I do about these things.
They say that a power poop can be better than sex in certain circumstances because you're just like, boom.
Aaron, hello, hello from Fairhaven, Massachusetts. Welcome to the program and welcome to the show. Super chat from Bateman's, Buffets, and Breguets. Archie,
Bateman's, Buffets, and Breguets, $3. Like, subscribe, and tell your fikehead friends.
Sorry, we've missed you chewing and eating. Sorry, guys. I'll pay more attention. Now, what are we eating there?
No.
What you got? Let's have a look.
I'm having a coffee, a cappuccino latte, and a
Frappuccino?
croissant. I'm eating it slowly today. You told me to slow down.
Now, you said it's 4 in the morning, and it's very light out for 4 in the morning.
No, it's actually 7:30.
Ah, I see. So you sort of exaggerated there when you said it was 4, like 5 minutes ago.
Time zone acquired.
But it's the equivalent in America of being 4:30 because it's so dead. Everywhere's dead. You know what I mean?
Well, I do. Where you are, things don't even start happening until maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, people are just zonked out from the crazy night before.
They are recovering.
That's like Japan's salaryman culture where they're just drinking and they don't even go home. They'll just go at an internet cafe and you can have a little bed and you can order ice cream and play video games and just sleep there while you're drunk. They have these internet cafes everywhere. You can rent a private booth and you can sleep there for the night
In
as
Japan.
a salaryman.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Japan.
Japan is all about salarymen getting drunk and not going home at the right time.
You know what?
It really is.
If you've ever been to South Korea, hold on. Kitten was grinding ice. Sorry, guys. So if you've ever been to South Korea, they drink a lot of soju, and it's a similar thing to Japan. So you find the salarymen like vomiting on the streets, particularly if they miss the last train home, then they might sleep on the street.
Exactly. They miss the last train home, and then they have to get one of these things. And they rent farther away from the place they work because it's more economical.
Right. Or you can go to, I think they have love hotels.
They have huge commutes and shit for like an hour and a half. I did that for a long time. I did an hour and a half each way commute going to university for a while. It was fucked.
I mean, they're not everywhere. It's not like homeless in America, but you do, step around or over the occasional vomiting Korean salaryman in Seoul. I loved Seoul. I thought that was a great city. Archie, have you ever been to Seoul?
Actually, I remember the first time I came into Seoul, I thought, what the fuck is that white shit all over the runway? It was snow.
Yeah, it can snow there. Sure can.
It snows there, yeah. Fuck,
yeah, Incheon is a great airport.
It's funny, we had a lot of, Ichi-chan. Yeah, Ichi-chan.
Incheon.
I like to mispronounce, please. Ichi-chan.
Yes,
Ichi.
go right ahead.
Are there all these Aussies in T-shirts and shorts and flip-flops?
Technically, he is married into a Japanese family. Like, he should know Japanese shit.
I wonder if he speaks pidgin English to his wife and children.
To his wife, maybe. His children are Australian.
Baby, miso honey. Anyway,
she's a nurse though, so and a scuba diver.
Dog trainer. I got to tell you something, Mark.
Tell me.
What are you lusting after? Lusting after now? What are you lusting after?
It's such a problem. I just the occasional.
You want a watch to match the car? I would get a watch to match the car.
Yeah, but like what would that be? I mean, it is a red interior.
What's the exterior color? What's the exterior color?
Hold on. The exterior color.
Metallic blue.
Okay. There's a deep metallic blue. Interior is like a deep blood, blood red. I do have the Tudor. Cool. I do have the Tudor Black Bay 58 red. So I have a red watch to match the interior already. And I just don't know how I would do that.
I would say you want to match the interior.
I have one that matches.
Because you want to sit inside and you want to look like really cool with your back to the leather.
That's so true. The inside of the vehicle.
I would say rose gold day date 40 rose gold.
Oh, I mean, I have the only rose gold I have is on my two-tone, is on the root beer. I do have rose gold on that.
You know what I think would be a power move?
Hmm.
And I'm being completely serious. This is a very, very serious watch. They came out with it this year. The Day-Date 36. It has an I don't know what they call it, but it's like a aquamarine blue dial with a baguette diamonds, and it's a 36. They didn't have baguettes for the 36
Yeah.
before. It used to be the plots of applied hour marker gold with the circle of diamond on it. Now they have baguette diamonds for the 36.
I'm not a 36 boy.
It's a power move, like it's Muhammad Ali, right? Like he's
I'm
the
not
heavyweight, but he
a-
wears a Cartier tank. You know, that's the thing.
I'm not a 36er, number one. Number two, the
It
problem
looks like a 34. It would look like a 34, like on Tony
again,
Soprano.
that's for me. That's a big problem. I have a manly 7.25-inch wrist.
It's just a power move. It's a power move.
Well,
You know?
you say so, but I'm going to dispute that for two reasons. One, it might wear it small, and secondly, I like loom, and Rolex does not loom under their baguettes, which they really
No, there's no loom on that.
Yeah, but what if they were to loom under their baguettes? It would actually refract the light like a prism. It would be so cool if they did that.
But that would be kind of a kitschy thing in the sense of like a kind of fake, kind of like Hublot sapphire shtick, you know, something like that.
Anyway, no 36 for me, definitely, and definitely no baguettes. Especially when you're spending like 40 grand, I want something that shows a little better than that.
The new baguettes, though, they have really, if you look at the lineup, let me just say this really quick. They lined up the watches from the dial types. If you go on rose gold, Day-Date, and you go to configure, right, the configurator, and you go to the dial for the configurator on rose gold for 36, you'll go from left to right. They literally set it up. So the far right one is the rainbow, like the most flamboyant.
You promised to say it quick, so
and then the rest of them are lined
Archie,
up to be more and more masculine.
Right now, go ahead. They're stacking up.
Super chat $5 from Crown Gold. Thank you for all your support, Crown Gold.
Definitely.
Mark, are you wearing a Breitling Super Ocean? Did you buy a new or pre-owned? Thoughts on the Tudor Ranger? Of course, Mark, he bought pre-owned.
I bought this for roughly
years ago.
50%. No, not well, maybe 2 years ago, 3 max. This came out of Joma Shop, and it was about 50% of retail.
And you did get papers with it, or they say that you don't get papers with Joma Shop? Is that
actually? Okay, so that's a good point. I bought 2 Breitling from Joma Shop. One of them didn't come with the paper; came with everything else. But this one came with everything. So I think maybe it was. I think the first one I bought from Joma Shop was the Breitling World Time, and Breitling before the sale to the new consortium, they had dumped a bunch of watches new on Breitling. Breitling pulled the papers. So that's how I got my World Time for like 60% off. This, I think Joma took it in as a used watch, so they weren't dumping new inventory on the market. So I got everything with this full set.
Joma.
As far as the Ranger goes, I'm not a fan. I'm very sorry to tell you, I am not a fan. I think it's kind of ugly. We could take a look at it if we could figure out how to pull it up. But
the Tudor Ranger is a watch that comes from the Vietnam War. You have to understand the configuration of it. It's a Vietnam War era watch, but it's adapted from the original configuration to look like an early 80s style Tudor. So they're trying to go
from that era. The watch for me for that era, Nick, would be the Captain Willard, the Seiko.
That's a different style of watch. See, this Tudor is actually updated past the Vietnam era. It doesn't have the original Tudor Ranger configuration, which was a pie pan dial. This is a flat dial. So now you have the applied hour marker. Sorry, the minute marker dash markers are not on a concave. They're not on a pie pan sort of thing. So it changes it to look much more like an early 80s watch, which is like an update.
Nick, we have a question for you, but once you've answered it, I want to kick in too, because this is one of my favorite topics. We have a super chat, Archie, if you'd read it and throw it to Nick and then me.
Here we go. John C., $2. Hi, Nick. Do you know anything about Stalingrad?
Yeah, that was the pivotal moment for World War II. Basically, the 80% of the Wehrmacht was fighting on the Russian frontier, Eastern Front, Operation Barbarossa.
Who was the general that was tasked with taking Stalingrad by Hitler?
Paulus?
Yes, very, very good, sir. I'm very impressed. That is true. Now, Paulus was elevated to what rank at near the end of the siege?
I don't know their ranks. Like,
hold on.
I forget the German ranks. I have a book, German General Staff. That book is fucking crazy.
He was indeed a general, but when it looked like the siege of Stalingrad, that the army north would be lost, Hitler elevated him to the rank of field marshal, Reichsmarshal, and it was because field marshal, and it was because no German field marshal had ever surrendered, and that's why he named him to that position. And what did
I remember that? I remember that factoid. Yeah,
I've heard that before. Do? He surrendered.
Yeah, he got surrounded.
He was surrounded, and then he surrendered to the
logistics
Russians.
collapse.
He was questioned to the Russians. He survived the war and eventually wrote his autobiography. What river is Stalingrad on?
The Volga. That
is correct, sir. You know an awful lot. Absolutely true. That was really, and that, by the way, that was in 1941, too. It was a year-long siege, and that right there is where Hitler lost the war, because he chewed up 500,000 of his own troops by splitting the armies.
Yeah, and by the way, they had Kursk.
When he did that,
he had a deal with the Russians anyhow. He had a deal with the Russians. He had a deal.
But he broke that long before. At the point when he split the army to send half the army north to try and take oil fields in the Caucasus, and the others to take Stalingrad, he had been inches from taking Moscow. Inches. And if he would have just continued forward to take Moscow, he thought he'd come back from Moscow.
That's true. He prioritized the oil fields.
But he never did. That is correct, sir. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Super chat.
Claire Looney, $3. Welfare check on Bear. Been ages on the show. Look, I think he's told me he's had enough.
Watch Nicholas did some bullshit, and it's the second or third time that his wife has been targeted by some retards.
Well, I talked to Bear also, and basically it's not the Archie show. It's not the punters. It's not the Archie verse that's keeping him off. It's a very specific set of trolls that are just making things too uncomfortable for, a lot of people in this world, in the verse, if you catch my drift. So he just decided it would be better to enjoy his watches, enjoy his friends, and not concern himself with the likes of some of the fucking nutballs that have infiltrated this YouTube stuff.
100% right. 100%. Mark, what do you think? You don't really give a shit because you just do your own thing, don't you?
Weirdly, I'm gonna say a name that will send shivers up and down your spine. The troll, the capo.
No.
Okay, but he was always nice to me. He was always nice.
Yeah, but I tell you honestly, they
pick and choose who they want to destroy.
And he was upset at me because I didn't give him
enough love.
You know what I mean? Like you look at
Mommy didn't pay attention.
Exactly.
Super chat.
John C, $2. Mark, your honest opinion about the Maginot line.
The Maginot line. Now Nick is going to kick in right after me, but I'll tell you, the problem with the Maginot line is the Germans went right around it. The Maginot line, covered the French border, but it didn't cover the Belgian border. So
if you look at the map at the time, Belgium was like a big forest, right? And they just went through the forest.
The Germans just went, this big hole in the Maginot line here in Belgium. We'll go that way. So
why wouldn't you cover the Low Countries with the Maginot line, you French fucking retards? Cover the whole border,
I tell you what, I've been to Brussels.
It's like we didn't know they were going to go through Dutch territory.
Belgium's an interesting country because they speak like Flemish and French. It just depends on what ethnicity you are.
That would have been epic if that fucking Maginot line had worked. They fucking built that shit layer by layer.
Well, also that was World War I mentality, and the Germans. Really
but it doesn't
Blitzkrieg, which
Look at the contemporary situation in Russia and Ukraine. It's a World War I type of war. So it's an attrition. It's an attrition battle based on
warfare.
It's artillery going back and forth 50,000 shells a day. So
Well,
and drones everywhere. So that's what you're looking at modern warfare. It's gone because of drones. It went from World War I to World War II maneuver warfare, and like Marines and everyone was so good at that in World War II. By the 1980s, the Germans were so good at that. Same with the Marines. And now it's back to World War I because drones will wipe out any vehicles, and an indirect missile strike will wipe out a whole group of clumped up vehicles. Like artillery fucks everything up.
You know, I think that Duke has got something here. He says the fact that Bear is not on the stream means he's doing well. Welfare checks should be for those who still come on every day. And I think that's fair. Archie, what'd you do last night? Give us a glimpse about the life of Archie.
Actually, I met some fans. I met a fan. And he took me out. We had some meatballs and chips and salmon and I ate too much. Lovely guy.
Okay.
Yeah. He said to me, Vietnam is the place to go.
It's cheaper than where you are, that's for sure.
He's also married a Vietnamese lady, absolutely lovely lady. Gorgeous.
There's not a lot of English in Vietnam outside of Saigon.
No.
There's not a lot of croissants or Vietnamese people outside of French Indochina, so we know
there's very good. The funny thing is where Archie is, there's not a lot of bread. It's just that he's at a high class hotel. But in Vietnam, there's bread all over the place because of the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I mean because the French Indochina.
The banh mi, the sandwich.
Okay, so the place he's at does not have bread except for the high-end culture.
Yeah, if you just go out and about, listen, he's in a very cosmopolitan international city, so they have everything. But if you go into the hinterlands, there's no bread at all.
Bad carbs are bad for you. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, but all that rice they eat.
Oh, that's a good
carbs
point.
Are good for you if you're doing like athletic stuff, like honey and carbs and stuff.
Archie, are you being athletic?
Not really.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you did go swimming.
Yes. Floating. I think it's floating more than swimming.
I see. Yeah. Now, there was nobody nearby with a harpoon. Is this true?
No, that's exactly it. I might move spots. We'll move spots just so that we've got a bit more coverage.
Move yourself. Go ahead and find a new place to float.
Down in the lobby. They've got a small comfy sofas here.
And then we'll do this super chat. Kitten, you have very loud feet.
What?
I said you have very loud feet. You're like living with a baby elephant.
Here we go. We got
Love you. He's not listening anymore.
Black Cat 997. I guess next we need a commentary on Dunkirk.
That was amazing that Hitler didn't just bomb them. He could have killed every last one of them, but he left all those guys on the peninsula sticking on Dunkirk so that Churchill could just basically evacuate them all using private craft and boats.
The whole time Hitler was actually puppeteered by English banking interests, and he was always looking for an alliance with England, and he was surprised that like when Himmler went over there and then basically he wanted an alliance with them. He was always petitioning them with peace treaties and stuff. There.
It was
whatever it was. You know,
Hess, Rudolf Hess.
Rudolph, okay, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like that guy that parachuted in.
Yeah, that was Rudolf Hess.
Rudolf Hess. So they were all about getting a peace treaty. They were like sending their top official, like just like a covert really one plane mission. Like
he admired the British.
He wanted his own empire alongside. He wanted Russia to be his India. You know what I mean? Like conquer the Slavs, make them his India.
And kill all their Jews. But you know, there were like 150,000 British troops there on Dunkirk and some French. And that was really a whole army. And,
I completely agree with what you're saying, but what I'm saying is
he didn't.
There's a new there's a new history arriving. Basically, people are not looking at World War II anymore with like iron brackets. So what they're looking at is the fact that Hitler targeted a lot of communists. 90% of them happened to be Jewish. So the targeting of the Jews, and then later there was typhus outbreaks, and then the total numbers of Auschwitz was downgraded from 3 million to 1 million, or 4 million to 1 million. So there's a lot of things that are going on, making it less extreme and more strategic.
The downgraded numbers you're talking about were according to Rudolf Hess,
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I'm
Just so
parroting
you
as a
know, that's
secondary
not a really
source. I'm
reliable
a secondary source.
Steer
I'm
the
a secondary
ship back
source.
into watch talk.
I don't believe
And
that's what. That's not what I
watch
believe
was Rudolf
personally.
Hess wearing?
Yeah.
What watch was Rudolf Hess wearing?
Nobody knows. Go ahead.
That's
read
the new frontier of talking about World War II. Personally, I'm just like, I don't really care what it is.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the situation is, the Germans are trying to defeat infiltrate.
Nick, who controls the world? The Medici family? Medici.
What do you think, Nick?
Okay, so this isn't a trick question or anything like that. Basically, the Medici family was a dynasty that was highly influential, and it was associated with
They had
Jewish.
a pope?
Yeah, they're controlling Italy. So they were a city-state in Italy, the Florence, and basically they were very, very corrupt, and they were into like occult bullshit. So it expanded into the point where they wanted to get usury on a level of institutional. So that's where corporatist economic policy really started. It didn't really exist anywhere until it started with the King's Jews and the Medici family dynasty, and then it spread to Amsterdam.
You and the Jews.
And then
it's all about the Jews.
and the Amsterdam then had their own group of Jews, and they expanded into England again. And the Jews were actually barred from England, and I think it was 1200 or something, because of usury before. So they were actually expelled. They were like ethnically.
Yeah, but they
cleansed.
weren't allowed to own land or businesses, so they had one fucking.
Well, all I'm saying is when they implemented their early corporatist economic policy, the English found themselves living in poverty, and there was a concentration of wealth. So what happened was when industrialization started, that's exactly when.
Well, before that point, King.
No. Let me just finish. From the Dutch.
Super chat.
Mark, please.
Archie,
the Dutch expanded into London the corporatist economic policy right when industrialization was starting. So,
Archie, take over your show. Read your super chat.
Super chat, here we go there. John C. $2. Where the Eagles Dare is the greatest World War II movie.
It's a good one. What do you think, Nick? Have you seen that one? It's like 70s.
I've seen parts of it because on old TV, but I haven't watched the whole thing.
Oh, it's a good movie. I was a kid when I saw that. I think I saw it in the theater. All right, Archie, what do you have planned for today?
Hey.
Let's not talk about central banking.
It's getting too deep. Sorry to stop you, Nick, but you and I could single-handedly.
There's a difference between the Jewish diaspora civilization and its role in central banking, and it doesn't condemn it. I'm pro-Jewish, man. I'm pro-Jewish.
Nick, just calm down.
I'm actually an ultra-Zionist. I'm actually pro-Jewish.
My super chat wasn't answered. We've got Pickle who's saying
I'm not anti-Jewish at all.
Wasn't answered. Let's go and have a look. Pickle was not answered.
Well, let's go back up and have a look. Hold on.
So
calm down.
Just say, Nick, who controls the world with the Medici? Just say yes, Nick. Yes.
Look, I'm just trying to explain that it's the British, and they were really the first people to make corporatist economic policy. A gentleman class, primary management class, and they expanded it, and they have secret societies, and they're controlling the Illuminati concept. They infiltrated France with it. It was to destabilize right before the Napoleonic revolutions. They know what it's the British, but now they also have the Rockefellers in the United States. So the blue states are all northern United States, basically, including the West Coast, California, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, Minnesota. They're grabbing onto Salt Lake City. They're grabbing onto Utah, even Kentucky. So in Virginia as well. So other than that, it's the red states. And the red states are under Donald Trump control. And they even were under Donald Trump control during the Biden administration. Donald Trump is like the shadow government.
We got John C. $2. Where Eagles Dare is the greatest World War II movie. Have you seen that, Mark?
Yeah. We talked about this. I saw it in the movie theater when I was 8. My dad loved that kind of movie. So, yes, it is a good one. But there were a lot of them in that era. The Blue Max, Tora.
I've seen those. Yep.
What was the one about where the Great Escape, the Dirty Dozen, the Guns of Navarone,
and the Bridge in the River Kwai?
Oh my God, that's a wonderful movie.
That's a great film.
Great one. Okay.
Here we go. We've got a super chat here. We've got a super chat. It's here now, and it says, here we go. Black Cat 997, $5. The lizards control the Medicis, the Masons, and the Rothschilds. Everyone knows that.
Well, the Freemasons are just a secret society that's based on this gentleman class concept, and that's what infiltrated France, infiltrated Austria, infiltrated Frankfurt. So that's the basic concept that the English used to control Europe. But this reptile stuff doesn't exist. Don't worry about that.
You know, a client gave me a bottle of wine and it said Baron de Rothschild on it, so I looked it up, and it was a $500 bottle.
You know where their reptile thing comes from? Is they're cold-blooded because the satanic rituals they engage in for blackmail is like really dark.
Don't forget, Marky, you got to keep the bottle lying down. You know that, don't you?
No, it's standing up in a closet. I don't know what to do with it.
No, you lie it down in a cool, constant temperature. That's what you do.
Well, it's a problem. I don't have one of those.
You're being cheeky. You're being cheeky.
I don't have a wine cellar, sir. I have a garage, which is filled with crap. It doesn't have a car in it.
Oh, that's right. You've got a garage with $1,000 worth of junk, and you keep the $60,000 car outside.
$72,000 car.
70. Sorry.
Yeah.
Crown Gold, $5. Do you guys like the Breitling Super Ocean with the rainbow? I love that watch.
Me too.
I love it. That was such a cool watch. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Nah, all rainbow watches are bad. All rainbow watches are bad, sir.
That model replaced this model, and then they eventually released it with the rainbow indices. I like it a whole lot. I just don't really want to pay $4,500 for it. I'm waiting for it to dip into the high threes, and it just hasn't done that yet. But I do like it a lot. Now, I do have the Super Ocean Heritage Rainbow, which was a limited edition of 250 pieces. It's a very super limited edition that I accidentally managed to buy direct from Breitling, right from the online boutique. I paid $5 for that, and it's probably worth $7,500, $8,000 now.
To be fair, Breitling and Omega can barely get rid of their temporary editions. Like they'll have like an edition in Blancpain too. It'll be Blancpain's kind of getting better with it. I think Blancpain actually is the best limited edition brand.
They release these editions with thousands of pieces, or they constantly do it.
Usually it's 1,000 or 500, but they can't sell it.
Yeah, the edition I'm talking about was one of 250. It sold out in 2 hours. So then they re-released it in a different color with 1,000 pieces, and that one sold out in a day. So they did very well with this particular watch.
That's different. That's a success for sure.
It was in the middle of COVID, and they did it for the NHS. Super
nice
chat.
Super chat. Mac Lobster, $2. The Habsburgs just returned the Florentine diamond.
Did they? Well, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with a 10-foot pole near any of those people. Otherwise, you're going to get fucking sucked into their bullshit.
Now, you know, at the coronation of the King and Queen of England, Camilla did not wear the Noor diamond that had been in Queen Victoria's crown. You know, that crown that she wore for her coronation has coronated every queen for, 500 years. But they took the Noor diamond out of it.
Thanks for joining us.
It's in dispute because it was stolen from India.
Hey, man.
Mikey.
What about Bridge Under the River Kwai?
Great. We talked about that. Great.
Called it, Marta.
And what about Papillon?
Have
you guys heard of that's a great
that
one.
Wasn't a war movie. That was a Great Escape kind of a
okay.
Mark.
Good one.
Have you heard of Iron Cross?
Nope.
Oh, Mark, watch Iron Cross.
Ooh.
Guaranteed, you'll love it. It's the best World War II movie. Iron Cross or Cross of Iron.
Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan's a great movie.
Mark, I have to compel you to watch this film. It is such a good film. There's a guy called Steiner, and I think he's like
Steiner was a lieutenant. General.
I'm just saying in this film it's a German guy, and they're fighting on the Eastern Front, and he's the top level Knight's Cross holder.
Sounds like World War One.
No, it's World War II. He's using they pick up Russian PPSH machine guns, the semi-auto, the submachine guns, because they're more reliable than the MP40s.
Cold, probably.
And they're just going off. And dude, this film, it used Yugoslavian. Hey, how are you? It used Yugoslavian extras for the World War II because Yugoslavia was so good at making World War II movies. It was like their expertise. And this is an English movie called Cross of Iron, American accents. And it's so deep. It's such a great film.
Well, you know what the best war movie is The Guns of Navarone.
Good one. We talked about that too. Super chat.
Okay. Shit, man. I'm striking out.
No, you're right, Mike. You're right. You're absolutely right, Mike.
Down. Let's do the super chat while he's frozen. Black Cat super chat. Downfall is the best one, and I gotta say that's Hitler in the Bunker. That was done in the late '90s, maybe 15 years ago, and he's right. That
Yeah, it was early 2000s or mid 2000s.
One of the best
Never
WWE
saw that
films
one.
ever made.
When the German when the German high staff is around Hitler and he does the whole speech
They're
on the
falling
internet,
to
they
pieces.
meme it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great one.
There's a Killing Fields.
That was Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just okay, yeah.
Deer Hunter is a good one. Deer Hunter.
Yeah,
speaking
I
of
know.
Vietnam.
World War II, the Thin Blue Line. You ever
How about
heard,
listen?
you
Here's
ever
a
seen
modern,
that movie, The
here's a
Thin Blue
modern-
Line?
modern one called Fury.
No, this one
About
is
that
like
stone.
1999, 98. It's called The Thin Blue Line.
Is that?
And
Yeah, I know
It
that film, Mike. It's a very avant-garde film. Looks a lot of like nature and the
very
creatures, the
much so.
lizards.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
cinematography in that movie is
Yeah,
fucking
no, I know that
off
film.
the charts.
You're right.
It's
That's
all
off
about
the
World
charts,
War II and the
but
Pacific
it's a little bit
Theater.
weird, you know.
It is.
I know what
it
you
is.
mean. I know what you mean. And Mark, you're right about Fury. That's a great one with Brad Pitt and everything.
Yeah,
That's a great
it's
film. The
about
Sherman going forward,
Oh,
rolling
yeah.
with the machine guns, coaxials are all shooting at the same time.
Yeah, it's
76 millimeter.
siege
That's a
of
76
Bastogne.
millimeter long barrel.
It's about the
Yeah.
siege of Bastogne and the 101st Airborne. Really good. Well, look at Archie. Look at you being all comfy. You've taken us to bed.
Nice.
Taking you to bed. Fuck, I look terrible. You got to have a camera up, makes you look thinner. Remember that? Look
Super.
thinner.
Yeah, you do look a bit
Fatter.
large from this.
Mark, sorry, no,
Fatter.
Narc recommends black T-shirts. Narc recommends black
Yes,
T-shirts.
that would be true. Super.
Hey,
right now
super
he looks
chat.
like,
John
you know,
C.
he looks like
$2.
Bobby
Why do
Garrett.
women prefer bad boys who aren't nice?
It's a very simple concept. So what you got to look at is a circle, and the circle has 3 points. 1 point, optimize genuine masculinity. 1 point, optimize genuine femininity. They come together to top the circle, optimize civilization. On the bottom, anti-civilization. But women want you to have masculine polarity. So masculine polarity wants you to be anti-civilizational.
Wouldn't this be a
Listen,
triangle?
Mark,
You said
please,
circle, but you're
please,
talking about a triangle.
So you can be anti-civilizational by being someone who does
I feel like it's a
objectification.
triangle.
Mark, you know about gay stuff. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about gay stuff right now.
What do you know about women? Do you have?
I know
woman?
everything.
Do you have a woman?
Pausing and everything.
What do you know about women? Do you
So
have
listen,
one?
listen,
Do you have
Mark.
a woman? Answer
Stop
the question.
interrupting, Mark.
got a woman?
Mark, stop interrupting, Mark.
You got a woman?
Stop interrupting, Mark.
Got a woman?
Mark,
Got a woman?
Mark, you're
I don't
interrupting a
know
lot.
what he's talking
You're interrupting a lot.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So what you want to do is objectification, domination. And it's a type of objectification, it's a type of domination, but it's a fetishization. And so when you go to fetishistic masculinity, you're not optimized genuine masculinity, you're fetishistic masculinity. You have to understand.
Makes them wet though, doesn't it?
Mark. There's a fetishization spiral binary cutting off the half of the circle. If you go to the bottom half, it's a spiral into
There's a
bullshit.
lot of geometry, guys.
It's a real thing. You go into spiraling into bullshit. That's how brainwashing works. All brainwashing is the fetishization mental virus. So when you do this fetishization spiral, you go into destruction. So we can get black people to destroy themselves by being black gangsters in culture,
Listen, I don't want
and
to
they go
interrupt
into objectification domination
you.
until they destroy themselves.
Can you
So what you
explain-
want, shut up, Mark, is to be on the.
Nick, can you explain to me? Hold on, I'm going to turn you back on in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Can you explain to me, like I was a fourth grader, why women
Right on the
prefer bad boys?
polarity, right on
No,
where
like I'm a fourth
masculinity.
grader.
Okay,
Stop
listen,
using big words, like I'm a fourth grader.
Mark, please. Optimize genuine masculinity.
No. Like, Nick, there's a rule. Like I'm a fourth grader. Go ahead.
Mark, you're interrupting the concept. All right.
Like I'm a fourth grader. Go ahead.
First of all, Mark, go fuck yourself. First of all, Mark, go fuck yourself.
You get lost.
Let me explain it. These people aren't stupid.
You get lost in your vocabulary. Well, here's what happens to you, Nick. You go down a spiral of tinfoil hat stuff using multisyllabic words. Talk to me like I'm a fourth grader, because that if you can do that, it means you really understand your point.
Okay, I'll go fourth grader. Holy fuck, Mark. Jesus.
Do it.
If your books are for fourth grade level, fuck you too.
Go ahead. Tell me about like I'm a fourth grader.
Okay, so basically it's like this. For Mark.
Yes, thank you. tough, isn't it?
You have to be someone who, I'm sorry to just use big words here,
Don't do it.
secures your, sorry to use big words, civilizational.
Okay, so you're cut off for a quick second as punishment for using a 4-syllable word. Nick, I'm going to help you out. It's because it makes them wet. The bad boys make them wet. If you would have just said
I'm
it
trying
like
to
that,
explain it.
It makes them fucking wet, Nick. The bad boy makes them wet. But no, you got to go into civilization and fetishistic shit. It makes
Every
them drippy.
single person
It
has
makes
the
them
same
moist.
physiology. Sorry to use a big word there, physiology. Every single person has the same physiology.
Makes them dripping.
Women and men have a uniform physiology. All women and all men.
I love this guy.
So when you look at what men are inclined for, you're securing. Okay, go ahead. A super chat.
We said the same thing.
Well, we already know women are from Venus and men are from Mars.
You
so
know what,
it's
Mike?
like,
Thank you. Mike talking like a 6th grader now. Super
You know,
chat.
I'm trying to teach them. I'm trying to teach them BDSM here, and you're not helping, Mark. I'm trying to teach them how to do BDSM here. Okay,
very
and you're not
kinky,
helping.
Very, very kinky. Archie, wake up and read your super chat.
Super chat. Here we go. Super chat. CB, $5. Archie, why don't you run the show and stop this BS talk?
It might help if you sat up, like if you're sitting up instead of laying down.
I got to tell you something. I'm just going to go to the toilet. I'm not feeling well, okay? That's why I came back to the room, because I've just got to make a little exit. Fuck me dead. I think something's going through me. I'll just be back, okay?
For fuck's sake.
I'll be back.
Take us with you.
No, I'll be back. I'll be back.
CB, I tried, CB. What can I tell you?
wow.
All we're doing here, guys, is trying to fill in the gaps while Archie sleeps, naps, tries to get his shit together. We will get through these other super chats as soon as Archie is done doing, what did you call it? A power poo, Nick? What's it called?
Power poop.
Yeah, Archie's going to try for a power poop. Do you think he's going to make it nice and clean, like it's going to slide out, or you think it's going to be nasty?
It's going to be fucking nasty. He's going for the runs. He has the runs right now.
I think it's going to be bad. But, you know, he does have the butt gun there. They call it the bum gun. I think butt gun is a more appropriate. But you got to be careful with that thing, because if you're in a hotel with like high water pressure, like I got water pressure here, you can violate yourself with that if you're not careful.
They got to get acquainted with their own body parts.
You have to learn trajectory, angulation, anatomy. You have to like calculate out the, you know, how much PSI you're going to put onto the trigger. There's a lot to know about this.
And then you get into the spiral of hours and hours of masturbation, and you learn about yourself.
Now, wait a minute. That's called, you know what? You know what the kids are calling that today, guys? They call that gooning. Gooning. So I'm teaching you a word.
That's correct, Mark. You're right. You're right about that.
Kids know that. It's called gooning.
Uh,
What did we call it, Mike? Edging? I don't know what we called it.
No, edging is something different. Edging
whacking
is when
off?
Yeah, right.
that's like when you
Mike's
keep at the precipice. Whereas gooning is just referring to hours and hours of masturbation.
Exactly.
oh, I don't know about hours and hours, but we just always called it whacking off.
Yeah, no.
Gooning
it's
is
gotten much
referring
more-
to a gooning is like a porn spiral.
There you go.
Okay.
It's like, yeah. It's like you can't get out of your own spank bank.
I see. Okay.
But
Well,
this is what
you know-
happens since, like, Mike, you're going to remember this. What did we have? We had the Sears catalog and the National Geographic.
Oh yeah, and Victoria's Secret.
That's all we had.
You know? Yeah. Yep.
And
The
in my
underwear
case,
catalogs.
It was the underwear
Yeah.
catalog. I forget.
Occasionally, you know, you get your hands on a Playboy or a Hustler or something.
That's right.
and-
If your dad left it laying around. Or the
Yeah,
barber.
yeah, but they were far and few between, man.
Yep, I remember those early days. There was actually, when the internet dawned, there was this thing called LimeWire, and LimeWire let you download AVI
Oh, yeah, you
videos.
could download
that
shit.
changed everything. But even then, it was shitty. Even then, it was like limited. You know, there were certain websites everybody knew about, like 89.com and stuff.
What was the name of that app that everybody had where we downloaded music and then they started suing people for it?
We have to
yeah.
understand how different the 90s were. Like, it was a different world. Like, it was
Hey,
completely
man,
different.
I was there.
I remember that app you're talking about, Mark. It had a kind of a trendy name, and I'm totally eluding me as well.
We're old, Mike. We're old. We can't remember shit.
Yeah.
Archie, how you doing, Arch? Did you lose any weight? Oh, he can't hear us till he puts.
Oh, I feel a lot better now, Marky. I feel better.
Now, did you squeeze the trigger on the bum gum?
You know what? They are fucking amazing, aren't they?
Did you feel?
I must admit, more water came out than other stuff. But hey,
well, were you penetrated? Okay. Did it feel like penetration?
No. But look, I tell you what,
he was shooting water out.
That happens too.
Nick, I want to ask you something, man. When are you going to get a luxury watch for yourself? I love all the talk. You got all the politics, the Indochina shit worked out.
Well, he's asked a legitimate question.
Okay. So it's a legitimate question. You're on a watch show.
Oh, Mike chiming in. Okay, legitimate question. You guys see what's going on? Am I a rock and roller or what? What's going on here? I gotta publish my work, guys. I'm writing these essays.
Oh Jesus, like Ted Kaczynski,
it's right? So fucked. I don't know what's going on. I sit down on the toilet in the morning, and all of a sudden I'm pumping out 3,500 words about founding fathers.
Are you like fucking? You're like.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking here. I'm not even joking, guys. Founding fathers. I'm optimizing the philosophy. It's really going spectacular.
Who's that guy who killed the healthcare guy? Luigi. What's his last name? You're writing a manifesto like him.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a refinement. It's a refinement of political science.
Nick, when are you getting a luxury watch? When are you going to go for the bourgeoisie? The bourgeoisie. When are you going to get a luxury watch? Tell me.
That's why I'm fucking here, boys. I'm here as a record.
Oh, yes. Black Cat 997, $2. Downfall is the best one. I remember I went to the theater to see Downfall. That was an amazing movie.
Spectacular film.
That was a
999.
And the problem is that I don't think, the generals and that were too afraid to deliver bad news.
Wait a minute. Didn't Uwe make a video out of that screaming scene where it was you yelling at everybody, that they had let you down and that the stream
that's the Uwe days. The Uwe's day. We got Black Crown Gold, $5. Archie, how long are you staying in that place? That is definitely not Thailand. I'm staying here. I'm leaving soon, okay? I'll be leaving next week, mid next week. Okay? Leaving mid next week. Not long to go, guys. Not long at all. And we got another super chat from Portfolio RX, $10. Marky, what's up? I am on the New York-based junior banker. I am the New York-based junior banker. I wanted to correct that. I do, in fact, have an American rough collie, which has a small, slender build than a British rogue collie. Different dog? Oh, he's asking your opinion. What's the difference?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because, frankly, the old Scottish and UK collies that I remember were actually smaller. The American rough collie tends to be bigger than the rough collies that you saw. The old cobbers, the American ones tend to be taller and have a more refined head, whereas the Scottish collie had the broader base of the skull, and they were actually a little bit more petite. Not Sheltie size, but still not as big as the
Lassie was a collie, right?
Lassie was an American type collie, but back into the 70s. So
and Lassie was 60s. A sizable dog. Lassie was correct. Not a small dog.
Well, I say she. Actually, Lassie was a series of male.
Oh.
Why did they use male dogs, but it played a female? I don't understand that.
The females go into heat, and then that kind of makes them a little bit crazy, for a couple of weeks. And they didn't want Lassie bleeding on set. Also, the females are smaller, and they wanted the larger male dog.
But also
imposing.
Tell me this: how many Lassies did they use?
So you can't see them under there. Under all that.
How many dogs did they use for the?
Well, the family, it was the trainer was Rudd Weatherwax. It was actually he was from a very famous dog training family. His kids carried on. In fact, there's one of his sons still, or grandsons, still working in the business. And over the years, there were probably 5 or 6 of them. But they always had multiple dogs in training because you never knew, when you were going to, need one would come up lame or get sick. They needed to be able to pull another one in. Anyway, I do love a rough collie. I had one of my own, and he was a Scottish type collie. So he was a bit smaller and they call it cobbier, with a little slightly wider head at the base of the skull. It was a really good dog. Really good dog. A lot of hair, though. Super chat.
Yes, super chat. We've got a super chat here today. We've got one
Super
here.
chat.
Black Cat 997, $2. Nick watches too much BDSM porn.
No, I'm teaching you how to not be a BDSM degenerate. And I was cut off by Mark, who wants everybody to be gay.
Well, go ahead. Finish your diatribe. Why don't you want...
There's nothing to say except for the fact that if you cross the fetishization spiral binary, it means you go into a fetishization spiral. That's a brainwashing dynamic.
What's a fetishization binary? Can you define?
You might think it's cool to be like the gangster that like objectifies women, but you'll ultimately be fetishizing a detachment from yourself. And if you detach from yourself over the binary, like more detached than attached, you're away from civilization. You're more into anti-civilization than civilization. That's where the BDSM dynamic occurs.
Nick, do you think
so? It's a fetishization spiral. You'll end up doing some freaky bullshit you don't want to get into. So what you want to do, you got to be aware of the fact that you can be someone who objectifies women, but you don't objectify them. You don't objectify them into a spiral where it destroys you.
But is this why marriage rates are falling and population rates are also falling? Is that
no? Well, a lot of the liberal leftist white women are now promiscuous and are not having children on the right time. So that's done for them. About 75% of them are medicated.
Oh, so they're not having kids. It's the girls' fault.
No, it's a fault of social media, mass brainwashing, and education system, primary cultural communication channels, media, all this controlling people's thoughts, creating a bubble, and that's what it's a demographic collapse, but not for conservatives.
Super chat with an offer for Nikki.
Here we go. Hurritan, $2. Nick, we got a dungeon after this.
All right,
there we go.
Nick,
dungeon after this show.
Hell yeah, dungeon.
Now, I don't know who this question is for.
John C, $2. Okay, what's the easiest way to get laid on a first date?
Can we
always be closing? Let me say that. Always be closing.
Let's throw this one at Mikey. Mikey, what's your advice? You go first.
Pay up front.
Honestly, if you can get some kind of way to break the seal, like get laid some way or other, girls can sense it if you can get laid. Girls can sense it. So if you can just get laid with a normal girl, you can get tens after.
Nick, you could learn something from Mike. He expressed his opinion in like 3 understandable words. Pay up front.
That's not the right advice.
I'm not so sure. I disagree with him. Okay, Nick, how do you get laid on the first date?
Okay, so it basically comes down to the same thing. It's basically, on the one hand, you got to achieve masculine polarity. So you got to be an optimally, genuinely masculine man. You're actually capable of securing your civilizational culture, primary cultural structures. That means your traditional immediate family, your community, your society, your people, and your country. You got to be able to secure them, which means you got to be able to use force if necessary. You have to be a smart person organizing society. You got to understand what you're doing. And once you have that, you can then be someone who does objectification domination.
I have no idea what he's saying.
Dude, you're just like big wording me like into oblivion right now.
I know what you mean, Mike. I know what you mean, but it's very specific. It's very specific for a reason.
The topic is how do you get laid on a first date? And you're talking fucking.
There's only one way to optimize, man. There's only one way.
The best way I found to get laid on a first date is to be the biggest dick you can be.
I agree.
Be an asshole. Go to a bar and be an asshole.
Don't lose yourself. Mike, if you lose yourself in being a dick, you detach from your own self.
Let's look at
You
these.
can't
okay,
detach
yeah,
from your own
If
self.
you guys.
That's
you
what
know,
got you out of it. You were a dick and you were getting laid, but you fell out of it because you were
Here's the
detaching
poster
from your
boy
own
for
self.
detachment right here.
You were detaching from your own self, and then you stopped being aroused by it. Remember? You were successful, but you were like, fuck this shit, I'm done with this. Remember? You stopped.
well,
So you can't go down the spiral. You got to understand where the line is.
Dude, at the time I was running a porno shop for 2
I
years.
agree. I
Okay,
agree what you're doing. I agree what you're saying, Mike, but you can't go down the fetishization
I
spiral.
was so desensitized to sex. I didn't
Oh
want it.
man, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I was like,
So that's it. Mike, you're the perfect example of what I'm saying. If you go down that fetishization spiral, you see it for this grimy,
Okay, we've got
disgusting
another super
bullshit,
chat here.
and then
Let's
you
get
don't
the
want
next
it,
super chat
right?
happening here.
I love going to gay bars.
We've got John C.
I'm
Okay,
not
we
saying
did
anything
that
about
one.
gay
We got
people.
Portfolio RX $2. Eliminate the tin hat man.
We like
That's
the
please.
tin hat guy. And it's going to take more than $1.99, but we do like him. he fills up. Listen, guys, do you know what we do here for 2 hours? We fill the time between super chats, and Nick is very helpful for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Nick's great, man.
So now
I'm not trying to be hostile either. I'm just trying to give my point of
but
view.
like seriously,
You
like
guys can sense I'm not hostile. I love you, Mike. Like I'm not hostile at all. Like,
yeah, no. I get. I'm totally. I'm the
where's
last
Chief
person
Tit,
that's
by the way?
ever
Chief
gonna,
Tit, jump
be,
on. Like we got to get the crew.
Can you guys tone down the gay shit, please? Thank you.
Hey, cheers, queers. I'm all about it.
No, dude, but just like you're either like hyper intelligent or you use a lot of words. You go straight into like
this is a concept,
deep
Mike. You're
end,
absolutely right, Mike. You're
because
absolutely right.
most people when they start hearing words like that, it just
sounds like schizophrenia. To be honest,
it's the only time I've ever talked about this topic. So when you hear the terminology, it's like, what the fuck is he even saying? I get what this guy's even. I get what he's saying.
Pretty
The
much.
super chat, I agree, guys. But you'll get over time as I give you more of it, like slowly, not enforced. It's really just a universal thing. You'll see it over time. Right now, it's just over bombardment. I apologize for that. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. But I also think that like this is just shit that happens like naturally, anyways. You're just describing it.
There's an animalism. There's an animalism in the objectification thing, and women want to be sexually submissive. It's like 50 Shades of Grey, right? Like,
but there's a balance that exists, and cultures are different, and
exactly.
Everything pretty much is the way it is,
And there's a polarity. People want the more masculine, like ultra strong chins and more masculine polarity. They get the more feminine polarity. That's just how it matches up.
Yeah, agreed, man. You usually don't see a super babe with like some ugly little troll looking dude, and you see a Barbie with a Ken, and
the thing you got to remember when you're this is the thing how to get laid in the first date. Women are the primary sexual selector, so you got to stand back and pretend like you're kind of chilling out of it. Let them choose you. When you have those signals, the choosing signals, you'll recognize it. Then you can go in there and you have the leverage on the basis of you not going into a relationship with her. She wants you to be able to say no. You gotta be able to say no to her when she gives you bullshit. Like, let's go buy candles at fucking Bed Bath & Beyond. No, I'm not. I'm doing fucking training with my firearms at home. I'm not gonna be going to Bed Bath & Beyond with you. So when you're able to say that, then she gets super aroused, and she's gonna test you and test you and test you. So you can say no, you can be the man, and when you're that fucking person, anything she does, just wait a few days. She will try to destabilize you mentally, psychologically to test you, and you gotta be aware that you are the one who's the securer. She's the nurturer. That's the masculine feminine dynamic. You are the one who's able to secure. She's the nurturer.
Nick, we've got 45 more minutes. Do you think you can continue to fill them?
100% there, bud. 100% there.
Archie, you go now. I'm going to leave.
I got to say something. Nick, when are you going to get a luxury watch? Nick, when are you getting a luxury watch?
You don't have to get anything really crazy, man.
No, you'll be the first to know. Trust me. I'll let you guys know.
But I mean, you don't have to get anything crazy. You can get a Breitling.
Let us talk you.
You can get an Omega. What do you think you would get? I don't know your economic circumstances. You mentioned that money's a
I
bit
can afford
tight.
one right now, but I don't want to invest in watches right now. I can
Why
afford one
not?
right
No,
now, but I
just
don't
not
want.
watches. One. Do you have it? Just one watch. You're done. One and done. That's it.
No, I'm saving up for a whole collection, and I haven't really
Oh,
started to
come
make the
on now.
money. I haven't started to make the money, guys. I'm just doing my thing while I set this shit up.
Here we go. We got Black
Oh,
Cat
you know,
997
first
$5.
impressions,
Poll
man.
question:
You're
Mark
wearing
has
a
been
nice
with more
watch.
women than Nick.
Possible.
Well, Mark has children, so
Yeah, but
I think in respect,
I think Black Cat is talking about body count.
Yeah, I don't really have that much of a body
yeah.
count. I'm like very, very picky.
Yeah, there was a period where I was just a total horn dogger.
Man whore.
But then, yeah, in my later years, I've had 2 or 3, long-term relationships, and in between then,
I'm telling no one my
friends with
numbers.
benefits or whatever you want to call it, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I'm not telling anyone my numbers on either side of the aisle.
You know what? I have low T. I'll admit this. Hi, I'm Mike, and I have low T.
It's pretty easy to fix, Mikey. I take the.
Oh, I know. I know. I went on the injections and ended up because I'm on blood thinners.
There's a
the
gel.
next time. I know. The next time I go, decide to do it, or start
take the gel.
going through the therapy, I'm going to take the gel.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take the injections anymore.
There's actually you guys should be aware that those are androgens you're taking, whereas there's a supplement called Tongkat Ali.
Yeah,
and
it's
very healthy. It's very, very healthy.
Sounds good.
It's from Southeast Asia, and they use it when they get jacked. The Muay Thai guys that are jacked, you can get it in pure form, and there's no health downsides to it at all. You spike your testosterone if you take 400 milligrams of it, and then you take it maybe once, twice a day.
So what kind of watch are you getting when you get a watch?
Like
day date, motherfucker, platinum day date.
Super chat.
Going for the moon right at the outset.
Exactly.
Mikey, be very careful answering this question. Archie, read your super chat.
There we go. Super chat. Little Dave, $2. Mike the Snake. What's young girl porn? I'll answer that for Mikey.
I don't even know.
Let's not do that, little Dave.
That's anyone under 50. That's anyone under 50 in my book.
Okay. What about MILFs, Arch? What about MILFs?
MILFs, that's fantastic. I like MILFs. Or JILF. Are you into JILFs?
I'm not.
You into JILFs?
I'm not.
Oh, grandma.
Oh, man.
Even Mike's not into that.
Let me get a Coke. I need a Coke because it's just, Nick, I got to tell you, I want you to get an Omega. You know what type of watch I think you are? You are an Omega. You know what, Marky? I'm going to pick a watch for him.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding.
You know that sword hand Omega Seamaster you've got, Mark Goldberg?
Yes. The 2254.
He needs that with the GMT function, with the EPA.
Nah.
The only
you know which one
with that is the bezel is ugly.
You know which one I would get? There's a 1948
it's not ugly.
small seconds. 1948 small seconds is what I would get.
It's got an ugly bezel, that one, because it's steel. It's like steel colored with black.
It's nothing. It's a great watch.
You guys don't get it. You guys don't get it. Blancpain is the Gothic brand. They went the farthest with the Gothic aesthetic. Gothic is the coolest. It's like so fucking cool. Like go to those cathedrals, you'll blow your fucking mind. They're so cool. So when you look at Gothic shit, that was the rejuvenation of European civilization. It used to be the Roman.
And I believe the last Gothic cathedral I went to was in Cologne, Germany, and I just wondered how we managed to miss
Mark, I would love to go there personally. I've never been there myself. That's awesome that you went to see that in person. I'm going to go there myself.
I left and I was there for maybe 2 days, and then I was like, I was the fuck out of there. It was awful.
Yeah, I know Cologne's not really that good of a city, but the thing is, Romanesque
and missed that fucking church. So
Romanesque architecture is like the ancient Greek, ancient Roman influence on Europe. And when Gothic came about, they actually gave it the pejorative. They named it pejoratively Gothic because it seemed like it was barbarian.
Nick, what do you think about Archie? Read the super chat, Archie. Super chat, Archie.
Super chat. We got one here. Mac Lobster, $2. Nick, You need to get a nut off, man.
I think you might be right. You could be very pent up right now.
I think for Nick, you know what I think the classic watch? I reckon that Omega Seamaster 300 GM. I don't know why Nick hates it so much. For a man, it's cheap, it's affordable, and it's a power statement watch.
It's just a piece of garbage.
What do you?
No, it's not. It's got a well-made bracelet, well-made case.
First of all, let me say something about myself. Is I despise all GMT watches. I'm not getting any GMT ever.
Well, they get a Seamaster 2254.
I don't want a fucking weather channel on my wrist. Oh, here in this time zone. Go fuck yourself.
Get a 22. Look it up.
I'm just kidding, but no, I don't like GMTs. But no, I agree. I would only get this Omega that was the Heritage Seamaster.
Google
well, you
like
and
Mike likes. I like the one that Mike likes. That's the same one. I would get the same one, Mike. 100%.
2254.80. Omega 2254.80. That's the one you want to look at.
The Omega 300 Seamaster Heritage
2254.80
on a bracelet.
Super chat.
100%.
Also, stop insulting me in the chat, you fucking punters.
Super chat.
Oh, get used to that, man.
Here we go.
Yeah, right.
Gold, I went to the doctor for low testosterone, and he also recommended Tomcat Alley. That's when I turned around and walked out of his office.
I think it was a
Tomcat Alley is a spectacular supplement, no side effects, and you can manage your high blood pressure if you get some from it because it's a supplement. It's very easy to take. It's really healthy. Get high level. You can get high level ones from Western companies.
You know what? I will look into
Western
it.
Companies.
I will look into it, but everything.
Never buy it from like Thailand or anything like that. Never buy it from there. Buy it from like Europe or America in a good brand.
I have an artificial heart valve, and I'm on blood thinners, and I need to keep my blood within a certain range.
That's
and
fine.
I have found
it's the Kali man.
A lot of different supplements really super duper affect your blood thickness without you even knowing. You think, just I'll
Mike,
take
in your case,
I would highly. Yeah, no, I need to
just use creatine. Use creatine, Mike. Creatine, you can use it consistently.
I take creatine.
I'll do my research.
It's very healthy.
I'm going to do my research. With what I'm going to do if I'm going to do
Super chat. Here we go.
That way.
G20 Max. Yeah. Mike, give us a report update on the root beer. Well, Mike's not getting.
Everybody knows the root beer. The root beer.
Because he got the Submariner. That was.
Yeah.
No, much difference in price between a root beer and a sub. Is there? Second, is it? Oh, there is a bit of difference.
Look, and at the time, I had the money, and everybody was telling me you're crazy and you'll never get one from because my goal was to get it from the AD. Remember, it wasn't. I didn't have a hard on for the root beer. I just wanted a root beer from the AD, and I do really like Rolex's Ever Rose pink gold over a lot of other pink golds.
I think they have the best one. Only one that Omega Sedna Gold is more reddish, but Rolex is so good for the rose gold. It's incredible.
But in any case, after a while, I was just kind of like, I did go to the AD, and they're too far away anyways to bug and get on their good side. And so I said, fuck it, and I bought my Ducati, and then later on, I bought my sub and got my sub, and I fucking wake up in the morning. The first thing I do is put this sucker on, and I'm lucky enough to have not scratched it yet, but I catch myself like diving deep, working on my car, and then like, oh shit, I'm wearing this thing, and I have to switch it out for my Orange Monster. But yeah, but for you, Nick, what do you do? Like, are you? Do you okay, let's say you did need a watch or want a watch, would it need to be really rugged, because what you do is is hands-on, and it's going to get scratched easily, or are you more wanting to impress first? Do you run into situations? Oh, I'm just asking you, Nick.
No, Mike,
like,
you're absolutely right, Mike. I would have to be having a watch that could impress people in the downtown core area of the urban core. So you're absolutely right, Mike. You're 100% right. It has to be some kind of flashy bullshit, and it's not because I like it.
Okay,
I'll have
okay,
one
let's
of
start
those
it
in my
then. If he wants
collection.
flashy bullshit, he needs to get a Breitling, Mark. What do you think?
No, you don't understand. These people know what watches are. They're not going to respect a Breitling.
What's wrong with a Breitling? Breitling's not garbage.
They don't respect it. That's the problem.
I never thought Breitling was garbage. Mark, did you ever think Breitling was garbage?
No, it's not. You know, it's a tier below.
I don't think it's
Cartier
garbage
and
either.
Rolex.
I don't think it's garbage, guys. I don't think it's garbage.
garbage.
People in the hype scene.
You buy for yourself. You know, the buying for other people, buying to impress is really, that's the way I got into watches. And it cost me a lot of money to get rid of the shit that I shouldn't have bought, that I bought to impress. Now I buy.
You got to choose a watch that can impress others if you have that, if you have that desire, but it also has a strong affinity for yourself.
Right. The only thing that you have to do is remember it's your fucking money and your wrist. So you buy what you like.
True that, but
You know,
I mean, there are some constants like the Submariner, like is is a 100% guarantee. You know, like one and done. You can stop there. You can say the same for the Datejust. You know, either one of those and stop, and you're good to go.
The richest people I know don't care about watches at all. They care about.
No, they don't. They
totally.
don't.
Yeah, and they drive shitty cars too. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
A lot of time though, they'll have good quality clothes, but they look like they might be cheap. But they're like, they're high quality made. There's no brand names on them or anything.
Uncle John drives an Aston Martin, super chat, but he wears a Movado.
We're going to super chat, little Dave, $5. If you have too much testosterone and want to lower it, just eat some of the plastics, disgusting sausages.
You know, Kim Jong-un wears a Movado museum or whatever.
You know
it's called.
what I can't believe is with plastic. He invites me out. He's got his BMW X5. Then he had an Audi Q5, but he's got a gold sub. But the food doesn't change. He's from when he was poor. That's what I don't understand. Disgusting processed food.
We like what we like. We like what we were raised with, typically.
Are you saying that plastic was grown up poor?
Lower middle class.
Yeah, I know. It's the same thing.
Man,
middle class is like poor that has money a little bit.
Here's the only rich guy I know who likes watches.
Today was kind of a bittersweet day. My neighbor started up his car, and
Yes.
I had to go and have a talk with him.
About what?
I think I'll show you. This is what it is.
Fuck. It's a Ferrari?
No, it's a fucking Pantera, man.
Oh my God.
Don't set it on fire.
No, but I had to go over and hang out with him and talk to him and talk Panteras and stuff. And I was bugging him. This is one fucking bad ass Pantera. Although mine was a little more gnarly than this one, actually. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful car. But then I went home and I opened my kitchen door to my garage and I said, "Whoa, look, that's in my garage." And I'm like, hey, life ain't that bad.
There you go. You have a fun car, Mikey.
I will own another Pantera before I'm done. That's a fucking, you can mark those words. But unfortunately, they've kind of found their value, so the deed is getting harder as time goes on. But it'll happen. Everything I've set goal wise in my heart to do, I've made happen. So it'll happen.
Archie, what's going to happen next on this live stream?
Yeah.
Tell you what, we're going to work out what Nick is going to get because I'm not convinced. Okay, honestly, he gives me the shits. He's such a picky fuck, and it just irritates me. No
Get him,
end.
Archie. Get him.
He doesn't have the money to buy a Rolex, and I never said, hey, get a Rolex. Okay, he doesn't have the money. Okay, you know what? Rolex is it? It's not for everybody, right? But you can at least get a decent Omega. I think Nick's got to get sports. Okay, he's got to get sports. You can get a decent Omega, a decent Breitling. You could get a decent Tag Heuer. You could get a decent. There's so many brands he could get, but no, it's all this and that. And he's got answers to everything.
Well,
Get
you
yourself
could.
a Railmaster. Get a Railmaster.
Yeah,
That's all you need, Nick.
that would throw some of those people off. You don't need to like throw these people like that you're talking about off.
Or even a Moon, a Speedy. I reckon for Nick, a Speedy Sapphire Sandwich. What do you think of that, Nick?
Yeah.
Nick?
I
What's the
despise
budget?
the Speedy. I don't like the Speedy.
I
like
sold my
the
Speedy.
Real Master. I like the Real Master.
Yeah, the Railmaster. See,
Hey, guess what we've got on? We've
Nick.
got Aussie Expat. Aussie Expat, how you going,
Aussie.
man?
Hey, Aussie, I'm sorry I
G'day,
didn't say
gentlemen.
hi. I saw you there a minute ago and didn't even say hi.
I'm about 12 hours or maybe 16 hours from being Omega free. It'll be done.
You sold it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Found a local buyer here in Las Vegas.
Nice.
How much?
5,000.
That's okay.
It's $500 more than reputable dealers are offering. So
Super.
yeah, it's good.
It's not a great price. I think a little Dave, $5. Mike the Snake, Jack said the Mangusta was the Tommaso to own, and the Pantera was just run-of-the-mill stuff.
Well, the
Mangusta was before the Pantera.
It was, and it's just about as sexy as the Pantera, but I'll give the Pantera the edge on sexiness. But the Mangusta is an epic car as well.
Do you remember that
it's
Kylie
very
Minogue
rare.
song? Da na 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 na. You know that song, Kylie Minogue?
That was probably her only big hit in America, I think. That was number one.
Yeah, that song. Guess what car she was driving in that? She was in the video clip. It was a Mangusta. A Mangusta.
Yeah.
Oh, Mangusta. Wow.
Yeah, check it out, Mikey.
Oh,
I thought it was a prop car, actually.
Nick is a total pain in the ass. I think for Nick.
I love you, though. I love you. I love you long time.
I think Nick needs Sapphire Sandwich Speedy. That would be perfect for Nick.
But what does Nick actually want? Is this because you're budget limited?
He's just a pain in the ass. No, he's just a pain in the ass.
Stop talking about me in third person. I'm right here.
If you've got a Speedy, you could mix it with Paddock people. An Omega Speedmaster is one of the few watches that breaks social barrier. I mean, let's be honest.
Where's the narc? Where's the narc?
The Omega Speedmaster is not a cheap watch. Okay, it's $5,000 is still $5,000. Okay, but it's got great heritage, great history, one of the best manual wind chronograph movements by far. You'd have to spend several times more to get better, and man, that's a perfect watch for you. Are you a chronograph person, Nick? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so he's just being
what do you want, Nick? Like,
I'm not
money's
yes. I know what collection I want already. 6 watches in a Goyard box, bro. Like, I'm not fucking around here.
Super chat.
So you already know what watches you want.
AC3, can we do some gonzo on
I'm a fucking watch expert,
later?
Aussie expat. I'm a fucking high horology expert.
Sure. What's the watch that you want then? I don't understand what the.
I don't know what he's going off about. He wants me to get one and done when I'm about to publish my shit, and I'm about to get fucking
your
loaded.
Manifesto. How much money are you going to get from your Ted Kaczynski manifesto?
I don't know. How much money can I get from Jewish billionaires?
It's all about the truth with you today. We don't need dark. We have you. We have you. Okay. Member chat. Well, wait a minute. You didn't answer Tan's question.
They didn't become billionaires by giving people money.
And they certainly didn't do it by writing.
There's an alignment that happened because Republika Srpska, where I'm from, its greatest allies are the red states of the U.S. and Israel. I love Israel.
Archie, I love Israel. I love Israel as he bashes everything Jewish. Okay,
we got a
Archie,
super chat here. Green Man's asking.
What bashes everything Jewish? I'm just talking about central banking.
You didn't answer this one.
Okay. Huratan, $2. AC3, can you do some gonzo on Bateman's Dungeon? Hey, I'll see what I can do, but I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. No worries.
That means no. Member chat.
And Green Man, member for 23 months. Archie, why do you never wear the Speedy? Now, the problem with the Speedy is it's minty, minty, minty. Okay. And I have it in the safe sometimes. I don't have them always at home. I actually have got a strong desire to wear that fucking watch.
I sold mine because I don't like wearing it.
I love it. I love the Speedy. I love the winding it. In fact, I'm thinking about, I could easily cut down to Explorer 2, Speedy, and Pam. Boom, boom, boom.
I don't like winding the Moonwatch.
Mark, I gotta set the record because I'm really pro-Jewish, man. Like I'm 100% pro, and I'm pro-corporatist. I'm pro-corporatist.
I was talking to me.
It's apparent.
No. Mark said that I was against Jewish things.
No, I didn't. All I said was every other word that comes out of your mouth tonight is
no,
Jew.
Mark. I'm a corporatist.
Okay.
I'm a corporatist, Mark. I'm saying how the corporatist culture started is because of the Jews, and I respect it. I love it.
And there we go.
Okay,
Listen,
just
if I
calm
take
down.
I love it.
Aussie expat.
The king in England did it. The English
What do you
king
think?
did it.
What do you think? What do you think Nick should get? Aussie expat.
I don't even know what parameters. It sounds like his budget limited, but it doesn't sound like.
Okay, let me tell you, he's got nothing, not much money, and a massive ego.
That's what asking Bear is. He's just going to tell me get a Rolex.
That could be a Speedy, but it could also just be a Submariner. You get the black Submariner, and then just behave like your King Dick.
It's a lot more money. It's a lot more money, but the Submariner.
Yes, but I agree with you. Someone who buys the Speedy buys it because they think this is the best watch ever made.
Well, it is.
I'm not saying it's the best watch ever, but a lot of people buy it because they think it's the best watch ever made, and no other watch holds a candle to it.
I think it's a hell of a chrono. I bought it as my second watch, but I think
it's junk. Like, you see how this clicks? It requires, like, no joke, about 20 pounds of force to click the chrono. To stop it, it's okay. But to actually start it from zero, it honestly requires about 20 pounds of force.
I love those chronographs that leave like an indentation on your finger just where you tried to start it. Like it wounds your finger. Hold your finger up after you start it. And
okay. Yeah. Hold on, I'll start it again.
Like indented.
Does it leave a dimple in your finger?
It does.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's
now we can compare it to a real chronograph. How about the Breitling B01 movement?
There we go. That one's much easier to start. And there's no stutter when it starts.
Yeah.
I like the Navitimer a lot. I don't know if it's a. Does it come in a chrono version?
Okay, here we go.
Struggling.
A little bit.
Struggling.
I'd say it's about 12 pounds.
Maybe you're
something
just
like that.
Could you just be a delicate little person? Sensitive.
Could be. Although, have you seen the new AP chrono?
How do you feel about
apparently that's like clicking a mouse.
What's your favorite
Jews rule? I love the Jews.
Ozzy, what's your favorite trigger pull pound?
I think 4 pounds. You don't really need to go lighter than that. 4 pounds is fine.
I'm a avid pig hunter, and below 4 pounds, and
enough,
you've got a hair trigger.
Enough hunting talk.
Mike, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough, Mike. You know who hates the Jews is Narc.
Hey, just come. Fuck me dead. Nick is in.
All right, Daytona time.
You need to get a watch.
Only a little bit, just a little bit.
I know. Okay, if I was gonna go for a budget watch, I would get. What do you think, Pontiff? I'll get the one you say. Out of two options, one is 50 fathoms. 50 fathoms automatic.
That's not a budget watch.
That's expensive.
15.
Well, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, the bathyscaphe I can get for 10 grand Canadian. Bathyscaphe, 10 grand Canadian.
I think you're better off getting a Rolex, Nick, if you're going to honestly.
Should I get the Oyster Perpetual? Should I get Oyster Perpetual
Nick,
silver dial? Silver dial, 40?
Fuck the Oyster Perpetual. It sucks.
Okay.
Look, I think for you, seriously, I would get myself, if you want a simple Explorer 1, Milgauss or Air King, they're great watches for you. That's what I would get. That's a great watch. Simple. That's it. That's it.
He
Done.
mentioned that the crowd he hangs with kind of knows watches, and so one way, you know, to impress is to you know, throw them off guard. Get something that is like not the norm, not hype, but they still recognize and go, "Whoa!" You know, that dude's thinking differently. You know, and so we have to take that into consideration because he's already said that, like, where, you know, his crowd is if you show
Well,
up
like
with
what, Mike? What should he get then? Give us.
I don't know. I mean, that answer I don't have. I mean, I like the Vacheron.
How about a vintage pole router?
Yeah. Maybe
Black Saab's fine. Yeah, just get the money together.
If you were an old vintage Omega bump movement pie pan Seamaster, like that would probably throw a bunch of people off.
Super.
Here we go. Here we go. Nick, was the moon landing faked? There we go. That's from Pasta, $2.
Yeah. Actually, Pasta, it was a complete fake. Sorry, buddy.
So the answer is a succinct, short yes.
100% yes. 100% yes.
Did the Jews fake it, Nick? Is that what happened? Nick's not answering.
Well, if you count Stanley Kubrick as a Jew, then he's not. He's not part of the Jews. He's not part of the Jews. He's a rebel.
I thought he was just.
But they used him. They used him for this.
By the way, are you a Stanley Tucci fan? Is any Stanley Tucci fans on here?
Tucci. Of course, we all must be. We must all be.
Sorry?
Stanley Tucci. Yes, we're Stanley Tucci fans.
Well, I don't even know who he is, so I can't say one or the other.
He was in Sex and the City. The Devil Wears Prada.
I kind of saw that movie. I kind of didn't pay much attention.
What movie was this?
There's been a lot of movies.
Devil Wears Prada. Okay, so he's an actor. I get it. I'll look him up. Thanks.
Well, why'd you ask? Why, Archie? What about him?
I love him. He was in Margin Call. He got fired. That's how HR.
Margin Call was good.
That was a great movie.
This is Stanley Tucci Tourette's.
As someone who used to work in the finance world, Margin Call is pretty light on the details, but what details it does have are pretty solid. It's good. Then most financial movies are completely bollocks in terms of what the lingo.
What's your financial movies of? Can you? What's the top 5 financial movies of all time?
Well, 1 and 2, Big Short, it's extremely accurate, and then Margin Call, a good distance after that. And then, so those are 2 financial movies, and then you've got Rogue Trader, that's pretty good, with Ewan McGregor in Singapore.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Futures Exchange.
Wolf of Wall Street. I was just going to say, what about Wolf of
Wall Street is not really... That. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street isn't really about Wall Street. I mean, a lot of people buy that book thinking they're going to be, I'm going to be a trader. There's nothing about trading in Wolf of Wall Street. It's just about a guy scamming people. It's not really. Yeah. It's not. There's nothing Wall Street about.
I never liked the way he had respect for the Lamborghini or any of the expensive shit he had. He never had respect for it. Never treated it special.
Because he was too rich. It was too rich. It was too easy.
He's just running from. He knows it's all going to catch up with him. It's sort of like our friend Timepiece Gentleman.
Catch me if you can too.
Here we go. We got a super chat
there
here.
He is literally running.
Black Cat 997, $5. Aussie accumulating some BTC right now. Looks like good timing. What do you think, Black Cat?
Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're able to catch a little earlier in the day. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, if your time horizon's 4 years plus, you're always good. But good for you. Hopefully you can hold. Good luck to everyone.
Are you selling anything else now that you sold the Omega? Is anything else you want to sell, or you just want to
No,
hold
I've sort of
Rolex and
figured
Tudor.
out my criteria. I've sort of figured out my criteria, and that is if I literally don't like it, like it's not that it's not getting wrist time. Like not getting wrist time is like that's going to be hard. Like it's competing for a lot of different watches. But if I literally don't even like it, then it probably has to go.
Super.
Here we go. Super chat. William Gaudrian. Nick, buy a Pepsi 126710BLR. I don't know if you can afford it, but they're expensive.
I just don't like GMTs that much.
It's about 23, 22, 21. Full set. I have one, but I don't love it as much as I thought I would. I kind of like my root beer more.
So that really leaves a field watch or a diver. You don't like chrono, you don't like GMTs, so it's just a field watch or a diver.
Well, I've been already evolving my views for like so many years that I know exactly what I get.
Yeah,
Right.
Panerai would be too douchey.
It's Archie's favorite watch.
Look, I can get a Bathyscap for
Panerais.
10 grand. I can get a Bathyscap for 10 grand Canadian, which is a great deal.
Stick with the 50 fathoms, man. I think it's goth like you like, and
yeah, I'm a
not a
Blanc
sub
Pen fan. I'm a Blanc Pen fan, so I just have to get that. There's no choice for me, really.
Did you read Perescope's history of the 50 fathoms?
No, I don't know about that.
You should look it up. Basically, Blanc Pen are a bunch of filthy liars.
Okay.
There's no evidence at all that they released it before the Submariner. Like literally none. All the evidence points to it being about a year or two later.
Yeah, no, I don't put any like merit on that. All I'm putting merit on is the fact that
never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Aussie.
There were Navy SEALs. Were photographed with John F. Kennedy wearing the 50 fathoms on a rubber strap. So it's like and it came out 42 millimeter even at the time. So that's like a big thing for modern era, right?
The JLC Navy SEALs edition is a fucking great watch too. I really like their.
They were copying the Panerai. It was like a big ass fucking 42 millimeter watch at the time.
Kind
of.
It
was like a Panerai.
The one model that I like is the affordable 3-hander, but the links are metal but rubber coated. Each link is separately coated in rubber, so it's a heavy metal bracelet, but it's rubberized. And the rubber's supposed to be pretty darn rugged, and I fell in love with that watch a long time ago. And they're not that much money.
There are other versions of Batman, $5. Bateman. Explorer 39 is my one and done. But I lack self-control. I got to tell you, Nick, please, I beg you, Nick. Nick, I beg you, please get yourself a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage.
I can't do that. Sorry, Connor.
Why not? Well, that's a great one.
I have to get the Blanc Pen steel variant Bathyscap with anthracite dial on pale green leather strap, pale green sailcloth strap.
See, you're too
we're talking about Go ahead.
It's a 10 grand watch. It's so underpriced because it usually comes out at 15 G's.
You can get a Breitling Super Ocean for about fucking $3 grand.
That's true. I could afford that easily, but I don't want that.
But do that.
We were talking about the IWC being the Navy SEALs watch, but you know what the Navy SEAL Team 6 watch is? As in not the 1,000+ Navy SEALs that just do general purpose stuff, but the actual counter-terrorist team. It's the FXD.
Interesting.
Squad red and gold use FXD blacks, but not the rank and file Navy SEALs.
That totally sucks because I love the Pelagos version 1, and I don't like the lugs on the FXD, and it's smaller, and I just like the version 1.
Yeah, I mean I like the profile. I mean it matches almost exactly the same as a Submariner, except obviously it's 41 millimeters.
Yeah,
at the case, 42 at the.
I had a chance recently to sandwich a Yachtmaster on top of my Submariners, so I could see the profiles of the two sides, and the Yachtmaster lugs curve down and around your wrist, much more so than the subs, which come out further before the holes. The whole distance was maybe the same, I don't know, but the lugs themselves curved down much more, and I think that would make for a better fitting watch for somebody with a smaller wrist, let's say.
Have people seen these quick fit straps? So it's a single pass strap like the like any other NATO, but it uses Velcro on two sides. So you go through one end, come back over the top through the other, secure that down, and then you have a single pass strap, but it doesn't have a layer of fabric underneath the case back. Do you see? It goes
so
through
that's got
both.
fixed lugs. Is that fixed lugs? Or
Okay.
Yeah, fixed lugs.
Those are
but
fixed.
it's
So those lugs. Okay, the problem with those lugs is you've got to get a special type of leather strap, or you've got to use a NATO, don't you?
Yes, it has to be single pass, but you see this, but the problem with single pass is that you always end up with a piece of fabric underneath. But this is a quick fit strap from Garmin, and you end up with, it's secured with a single pass, but no fabric over the back.
What's wrong with fabric over the back? I never thought that was a bad thing.
It just props the watch up a little higher on your wrist on effectively a pivot point.
Yeah,
it adds millimeters, and it's already a bigger watch. So I think it's really quite neat.
Garmin is the watch that's of choice for usually U.S. infantry.
Yeah, well, it's standard issue for every pilot, because a few years back, I mean like 3 or 4 years back, there was an incident in Washington State where the cabin of an FA-18 depressurized. The pilot and co-pilot were fine because they had their masks on, but because the cabin had depressurized, everything inside the cabin fogged up. They couldn't see out of the canopy, and all of the instruments were completely fogged up. However, the pilot was able to get the plane, within reasonable distance of the actual airbase again, using his Garmin Fenix 6, just his smartwatch.
Interesting.
And he piloted it back within range and then dropped
using
altitude.
The Garmin? How did he use the Garmin to get bearings? You mean?
It's got GPS.
Yeah, it has GPS on it.
And I'm not joking. This isn't me telling a tall tale. This is documented in many articles at the time, and it is now immediately, from that point, it was immediately made standard issue for every pilot as a backup.
The only downside is that if you're fighting a peer level opponent, now there's people like wearing thermal cloaks so they can cover their heat signatures, and any electronic signature, they want to get rid of that. So because drones will sense it, right? So if you have a GPS watch, you're going to be flared up on the GPS signature.
I'm sure Garmin will work with the military to make sure that the standard issue watch is not.
It doesn't matter if you're a pilot. It doesn't matter if you're a pilot. It matters if you're on the front line.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. There's many incidents of people being bombed because they had a phone on them or something like that.
Exactly. It's the same thing. It's signal.
Yeah.
They have planes like the AWACS, the AWACS plane with the big radar on top of it. Now that thing's flying around the area, you're going to be recognized.
Yeah. So big props to Garmin. Ultimately, I thought about buying a Fenix 6 just as a heritage thing, not really a thing to wear, but just it's a really cool moment.
Mac Lobster, $2. Who the hell is the guest with the headphones? That's Portfolio RX. How are you?
I'm good. I haven't been able to get a fucking word in for 25 minutes. That's why I've been quiet.
No, it's crazy, man. You should have
$2 is giving you the spotlight.
But
he's a filler guest.
I am. I just came on to actually convene back with Mark about the collie thing, and also to ask Nick, who no offense, Nick, I just heard you tonight, but you are what is called a sesquipedalian. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's somebody that's obsessed with using big words. So I didn't want to attack you.
Thank you so much. Hey guys, we've got to start a dungeon. We've got a dungeon. We've got a dungeon we're running now. Let me thank the viewers. We're going to link to the dungeon. We've got Frank V, Stunder.
Way to get your words in, you guys. It's the fucking end of the show.
Trading. Hurritan, CB, One Up Trading, John C, Black Cat 997, CB, Mac Lobster, Bateman's Buffets and Breguets, Crown Gold, John C, Claire Looney, John C, Black Cat 997, Pickle, John C, Black Cat 997, Crown Gold, Mac Lobster, Black Cat 997, Crown Gold, Portfolio RX, Black Cat 997, Hurritan, John C, Portfolio RX, Black Cat 997, Little Dave, Mac Lobster, Crown Gold, GB, Little Dave, Hurritan, Green Man, Pasta, Black Cat 997, William Gaudrian, and Bateman. We're going to link to you now. And Mac Lobster. There we go, guys. That's the show. See you later. And we'll be back tomorrow. See you later, guys.
Hi, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.